so I know that it's important for the leaders to sort of not only believe their values that they want to instill in the culture, but to lead by example. But what are some of the biggest mistakes that you see law firm leaders make as it pertains to culture that can sort of water down the firm culture?
Sure. One that comes to mind is, as I mentioned, you're going to have negativity in the organization at times. It is confronting that negativity and, if needed, removing that negativity. Because, I'm a litigator. We practice law. That's generally viewed as an adversarial profession, perhaps, but confrontation is not fun. And confrontation with your colleagues is never fun. But negativity is going to exist. And if you just sort of stick your head in the sand or ignore it, it's just going to continue, and it's going to fester, it's going to grow, and it can sabotage your organization and sabotage your culture. So when you have that negativity, or you have that someone that's doing something that's eroding the culture or not treating people fairly, or whatever the circumstance is, you've got to confront it, as unpleasant as it is. And what I generally try to do is, unless it's something that we've just got to take immediate action and, get rid of somebody, is if it is a situation of negativity, I first try to listen to them with empathy, try to understand where they're coming from and their perspective. And then I try to address their concerns, try to transform it. But if you cannot transform it and it continues, you've got to remove it, because your loyalty is not to that person, or even if that person's a rainmaker in your organization. Your loyalty as a leader is to the entire organization, and it's to creating that healthy environment for everyone, where other employees can thrive. So that's one place that I really do see leaders sometimes struggle with and make mistakes in by not dealing with those situations. One other one that comes to mind is the old, and I hear it all the time, well, that's just the way we've done it around here, and it works, and looking not to change. But law firms are not always, they change over time. The people in the organization change, the generations in the law firm and the perspectives change over time. And so the old way of doing things may have worked 10 years ago, but it may not be the best thing for driving your culture today. An example that comes to mind with our younger lawyers, our associates, they are always really looking for and crave real-time feedback from our partners about the work they're doing, how they're doing. And on the other hand, I think back to sort of like baby boomers. My perspective, or what I think of that, is more, I've got a job, I'm keeping a job, I'm just be doing okay, I'm going to keep my head down and working. That's an example of old way of doing things, new way of doing things. So as a leader, you've always got to be looking for how you can improve, and really looking for those new ideas, and understand the old ways may not be the best for the culture of today in your organization.